So we have Caitlyn O'Neil with us today. She is a former dance student at West College Scotland, and now she studies and teaches dance out with college in a club. So it's nice having you here, Caitlyn.
Nice to be here, April.
So first question, how did you get involved with dance in the first place?
In the first place, it kind of started out, I was dancing in my bedroom. I think my mum just wanted rid of me for an hour a day, and I started going to my classes on a Sunday. And I guess I just never really stopped, and it progressively got something I was more and more passionate about.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously you were at school and sitting your exams and stuff. At what point did you realise, like, I really want to go and study dance?
I think it kind of started round about second year for me, because I sort of gave up any other extracurriculars I had. Like, I took guitar lessons and I stopped that because I found I didn't really feel the same passion I felt for dance.
Okay.
And I knew in terms of school I had to take the subjects that I liked, but I worked in all my extra classes in dance out with school and didn't really take them in.
Yeah, no, nice one. So you then went to college to study dance. So did you start at higher level?
I done my higher through school. I done that through Renfrew High School paired with West College Scotland, and I done my higher when I was in 5th year. And I stayed and I done my 6th year at Renfrew High, and then I went to West College Scotland and done my NC through West College Scotland, obviously.
So is the NC a good class, kind of just getting the basic skills for going further?
It's the best way to probably start. It gets you accumulated to the building, the teachers, the styles of dance as well. It's the best building block you could do.
Okay.
The hires are really good building block to have under you before you do that, but it's essentially the same as the NC, but the NC is a lot more intense and it preps you a lot better for going on to your HNC and your HND.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like, going to college, they really want to try and get straight into that HNC, but I think even I found, because I did higher dance, that the NC is actually quite an important step to take.
Yeah, it gives you all your, if you're say like a maybe hip hop artist or someone who's more into body popping, you need to remember you'll be doing things like ballet and jazz and contemporary dance, and if you're not accumulated those styles, you need that building block to know how to position your body different.
So what would you expect going into an audition for dance?
You would expect to be told to wear tight-fitted clothing so that anyone who you're auditioning for can see your body's type, your posture, how your body moves, if you're moving your body in the right way, if your positioning's correct. Also, so they can give you any corrections as well. You know, they can physically correct you based on how you look.
Yeah, and obviously from what I've heard, these auditions, they can be very brutal, in all honesty.
They don't have a filter, which is sometimes the cruelest way to be kind.
Yeah.
Because they don't beat around the bush, so you know what you have to work on, because they won't filter it and they'll say your alignment's off, you need to change that.
Yeah.
And that.
But maybe going to these auditions and getting that criticism will get you to the next place or job, whatever it is you're auditioning for, because you'll go home and correct that.
Definitely. It also helps you build up a thick skin, so you don't take anything to heart. It's just for that specific audition. It gives you something you can work on as well. You build up a thick skin, you don't really take any corrections to heart.
Yeah, in one of my earlier interviews with Gordon Elliott, who also has done dance professionally, I think you know him, he was explaining how it's important to have like sports, so whether that's like conjuring stuff or just going out a run, keeping your sort of fitness levels up even though you're already doing dance.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big thing. Like, I've got, obviously during what's going on right now, it's very difficult. You can only really go with what you've got. So I go out on regular walks, then I've got like a weighted hula hoop that I'll use, and I'll do core exercises in my house.
And even in college, there's set fitness classes for the students, isn't there?
Yeah, you have 2 classes a week that are 2 hours each, and they are high intensity workouts. So you do everything from the bleep test that you get in high school to just like 45 minutes of core workouts.
Yeah, so what would you say for someone that wants to do dance? Would you advise going to college?
I think college is a great building block. It can help you realise what field you actually want to go into. For me, I found out that I would rather go into teaching. So for me, I only done my NC, but I got so much out of that NC that I could never fault the course. The course was absolutely fantastic. It's helped me improve my alignment, it's helped me improve my stretching, it's helped me gain workouts that I can still use now. It gives you a lot out of it. It also helps you realise if you want to go into being, say, on cruise ships or performing in the West End, or if you want to go into professional choreography, it opens a bigger array of options for you than you originally realised.
Yeah, so there might be people on here that currently are in a dance school, wherever it might be across Glasgow, and thinking they want to go further. What would you say to someone that wants to take dance further but maybe is want to skip college? What would you say to them?
Take as many extra classes as you can.
Okay.
If you're in a dance school, take up as many as you can with your teacher. See if your teacher even knows any other teachers or different styles you could probably take up in a different class. Someone they may be friends with in the dance community will have a class. Maybe if your teacher doesn't teach jazz but they know someone who does, take as many styles as you can and get them under your belt and get as many qualifications from it as you can. Do as many of your exams as you can, because that will eventually amount up if you're BATD certified, or if you can get into doing your teachers through BATD, you know, push as hard as you can to do all of your exams.
And for the, I'm not sure how correct this is, you might know, for the BATD, if you're looking to sit these exams and you're not sure for teachers, I'm pretty sure on the website you can find teachers on it that are able to put you through the qualifications.
Yes, so you can also check the BATD website. They've got a Facebook page as well, so you can also message them with any queries. I find it's best sometimes to even look through, because you can sometimes get the names of teachers off the Facebook page as well, and look up their Facebook pages and see what you find, you know, suits you best, or what you think will suit you best. A lot of them will take you in for kind of starter classes and see how you get on. You can decide if it's for you or not, or if it works for you.
Yeah, like I done dance just as part of a club for years, and I would say for anyone that's starting out, try all the styles that you want to. So try as many as what you want, and if you found one that you excel in, maybe try and focus in on that. What would you say?
I would say definitely try everything at least once. It's always worth trying. You know, if you find you don't enjoy it, that's fine. Focus into something else that you do enjoy, but it's always worth trying it, because at least you can say that you did try it. And maybe if you're not good at it the first time, you'll come back to it in a few years and you'll find you enjoy it more once you've got different skills from other styles as well.
Yeah, definitely. A big thing now, obviously, we're getting noticed is social media. So what would you say for dancers? Like, what accounts should they make to put themselves out there?
I think starting with Instagram's a big one.
Okay.
Instagram's obviously quite recognised for having influencers on it.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. I suppose there's a lot of TikTok dances going about, but I don't know how much you can gain from that. A lot of them are quite short, but it's always worth having, just to even see if there's something on there that you like that maybe you could turn into choreography yourself.
Yeah, so maybe on TikTok and you see a dance and you learn it or whatever, that could actually be a movement of a bigger dance that you could choreograph.
Definitely.
And part of like the college course, you choreograph your own dances, don't you?
You do, yes. You do a lot more of it in higher in terms of choreography. Your higher has a lot more of the sort of choreography aspects in it.
Yep.
But you do still have that in your NC, as much as it's not as strictly graded as, say, a HNC or a HND piece.
Yep.
You'll still have to choreograph your own solo, and you'll have to choreograph as a group, but you'll have to be part of that group and you'll have to work as a team to choreograph something, rather than you positioning people in NC, but in higher you have to position people.
Yeah, obviously you've mentioned like going to work on like shows, Broadway, if you manage to get on Broadway, cruise ships and that. How do you go about doing these things? Is there just advertisements online, or do you get through, is it kind of word of mouth community where you get forwarded through?
A lot of it comes through word of mouth, but you can, obviously it depends on who your teacher is. Like, I know some of the teachers at West College Scotland, they are still choreographing and they're still very much in the industry.
Right.
So a lot of them will, if you're in good contact with them, they'll normally inform people. Normally people have agents the same way models do, and they get informed of auditions straight away. A lot of them are open call as well, so you have to be cautiously watching social media as well.
So obviously when you go to audition, you've been to auditions and we spoke about like the attire, and obviously you need to be quite thick-skinned and able to take criticism.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone, like, I know it was daunting for me when I went to college, getting given routines and expected to learn them in sometimes just a matter of like hours. So what would you give advice for dancers?
Have as much energy as you can. See if you're enthusiastic and you can perform well with your face. Even if you don't get the steps 100%, if you've got the right enthusiasm on your face, it will totally draw people's attention. Because for the first kind of few months in college, I didn't have any facial expressions and I still had my braces in. And as soon as my braces came on, something clicked, and I was might not have been technically perfect, but it got noticed more. And if you can perform and you can smile and you can look energetic,
so
you're more likely
like you're struggling, like you get a routine, you do maybe 3/4 of it and you start to forget bits, like would you say stop or like start improv and just look confident?
I would say if you stop because your face is gonna, don't stop, try and keep going. If you think you can pick it back up, even try and improv until you can catch back up to where you are and instantly join in when you know where you are. Because if you stop, your face goes as well and everyone knows you've messed up, and you don't want to seem like you've messed up. So you want to keep going, keep your energy as high as you can. Definitely, that's the only way forward.
No, that's some really good advice. So I'm sure if anybody has any further questions for dance or like wants more information, you'd be happy for them to contact you.
Yeah, definitely. Just give me a message on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely. And the reason I've not mentioned any sort of clubs or anything is just because I think you could walk down the street and every 5 minutes you've got some sort of
you'd see a poster for any dance school.
Yeah, there's so many out there. Do a Google search wherever you're from, dance schools in my area, whatever it is.
Even if you're still in school, speak to whoever you're friends with that goes to dance classes. See what class they go to.
Speak to your PE teachers as well, because most likely if they are is a bigger department, one of them have actually done dance. So
yeah, definitely. You tend to find that there's at least one teacher, even not all within the department, but they'll know of a teacher in the school that's done dance.
So yeah, no, that was super. Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely no bother.
Thank you.